get it over with. Right. Hello, Presh. Good morning. We're recording now. So we're starting right away. Um, okay. Hi, good evening. Okay, this is Timi Sola from Maryland, USA. It's good to have you here. Okay, so we have just about 24 people here on the Zoom, but we're going to get started and the rest of the people can join us as we go along. Permit me to share my screen because I've got my story to tell you and it's a lot of stories. So bear with me as we go through this. Right, like I said, my name is Dr. Idy Usoh. I see my C. I love this mustard color. I just found out that the picture on the screen is a mustard colored top I'm wearing. And I'm also wearing a mustard colored top. I never planned this. It's coincidental, but that's fine. I think it's a very lovely coincidence, by the way. So, right, my name is Dr. Idy Usoh. I have a BSc in biochemistry. I have a master's in biotechnology and I have a PhD in biotechnology as well. I'm a lecturer. I am also an entrepreneur and I'm a health activist. I am a lot. I'm a mom. I have two lovely children as well. Yes. So I want to start by sharing my story. And sorry about this. Today is about saying my journey so far. That's what I've captioned this, right? My journey so far, like my why and how far I've gone towards achieving my why. Everybody has a why. We all have what we call a why. So let me just give us a brief background of what I mean by everybody has a why. Your why is a statement of purpose. Your why is a cause, something you believe in, or your why is a belief system. So it could be a statement of purpose, it could be a cause, it could be a belief system that drives you. Your why is the reason you do what you do every day. So you're going to ask yourself, why am I waking up in the morning? Your reason is going to the office. Why are you going to the office? To earn an income. Where am I earning the income? To live a lifestyle, to live my dreams, to support my family. That is your why. So your why, your ultimate why drives your other whys. Why did you go to school? We were told we went to school to live a better life, to get a job. Why are you a Christian? Why are you a Muslim? Why are you an atheist? Your why is usually a belief system that drives you. You believe that going to school, or your parents believed that going to school will give you a better life. And that is why they insisted that you went to school. You believe that working will earn you an income, improving your academics, increasing the number of certificates you have will give you better chances. That is why you are charting that course. So whatever course you're charting, it's always driven by your why. Some of us actually just live life as it comes. And if that is you, then you have no why, quote unquote, or you have no big why. You just have the why of, well, we live every day as it comes. That's your why. If you don't have a crystal clear why, it's going to be difficult for you to achieve anything. It'll be difficult for you to focus. Now, your why could be found in any or a combination of your vision. What is your vision? Like, have you ever sat down to ask yourself, what do I want from this life? What am I dreaming of? Where do I want to be tomorrow? That's your vision, right? Where do I see myself in 2 years, in 3 years, in 10 years? Where do I want to be? Your why could be your mission. People say your calling, what you were called to this world to do. I'm a firm believer of the fact that every single person here in planet Earth and any other planet has a why, has a mission, has a calling. Some of us do not really know the calling as at the point of our birth, but somehow we scramble through until we find that calling. Your why could be your principles in life, or your why will define your principles and your values in life. Your why is the purpose. Your why is your purpose. I hope we understand that. So whatever you aim to achieve, that is your why. That's your purpose. And it said that he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. And that's why your why has to be crystal clear. if you do not have a why to live for, then you will struggle to bear through it all. So if you have a why to live for, you can bear almost anyhow. For me, my why is the drive behind my passion. So I take a break and I ask you right now, what is your why? Do you have any idea? Well, follow me as I take you through my why. But before I do that, let me give you the background as to how my why was formed. Like so many people, I scrambled through life, but at a certain age in life, I had my whys, my why well defined and crystal clear. I started my life as a very independent woman. I mean, my adult life after my university education. I started my adult life as a very independent woman. I earned my income and I used my income to support myself. So I was independent. I lived the life I wanted to live. I was single. Wherever I wanted to be, I could be. Whatever I wanted to do, I could do. But then, as the trajectory goes, I got married. When I got married, things started changing a bit. I realized that the independency was cut almost in half. I couldn't take decisions without informing my other half, my better half. I couldn't just get up and move. My better half had to be aware or go with me. You know, the marriage union just kind of brought its limitations, but also had its perks, its excitement. And then life continued to happen. I got a job again. I continued with working. I got a job. I started another job in another location. And my independence continued, you know, the window of independence continued to short. I did not have control of my time anymore. I had a job. I had something I was doing. I was lecturing in a university. And then I have children. I had children. And I'm pretty sure if you have children, you will know, you will know that they are now in control of your time. They are now your bosses, like your kids, they rule your world, right? So this is normally the normal trajectory of every woman, right? Maybe some of us start independent, get married, get a job, have kids, and then we'll start asking what next. But while I was going through those cycles, those phases, I also faced some issues that kept increasing as I was growing. The first thing that happened a lot was my health challenge. I mean, as a single woman, I already had enough health issues, migraines, recurrent vaginal infections, very poor immunity, and all of that. I had those dental problems. I had that. Then I got married. And after having children, I started experiencing, I was diagnosed of sleep disc. I started experiencing waist pain. On the job, the stress was too much. The migraine never stopped. With kids, it was always, whenever they go to the school, they come home with an infection. Somehow it goes around the whole house. So my health issues were on the rise, on the increase. And even as an independent woman, through these phases as well, we all, especially in this part of the world in Nigeria, we inherit errors. What do I mean by inherited errors? Errors of our parents, mistakes our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents made are always passed down the generation. We inherited those errors or inherited their responsibilities. You had someone that you needed to, someone always called you. There's a school fees to be paid for a relative. There's food for a relative to be eaten. There's a whole lot. There's medical bills. These are not your immediate family, extended family who had no source of sustainability. And so they are all dependent on you. And then I had to grow up very, very fast because with marriage and children came a lot of responsibilities and a lot of being able to sort yourself out without nobody guiding you. At least when you were growing up, when you were younger, you would call your dad, your mom, okay, this is where I am. But at this level, at some point, you just have to do it all by yourself. And something I hated most was the management lifestyle. As an independent woman, I tried as much as possible not to get into the management mode. But trust me, when responsibilities increased, family sizes increase, reduced income, the management mode sets in. And for me, that was my major cause of ill health. Because I hated to manage, whenever I found myself managing, I became very sick. Not a joke. Of course, economic challenges kept increasing. Everybody, everything, salary was the only thing that was not increasing. Bills kept piling up. Lifestyle, you have this dream lifestyle you want to live, but you're unable to fund it. And because I was a salaried earner, sometimes the salaries don't come, sometimes the salaries come. And if salaries don't come, you must continue to live. So what do? You borrow. So I was in a lot of indebtedness, and that somehow, became a norm for me. So it wasn't a problem. Initially, when I owed people, I couldn't sleep. But at the point I'm owing people, I don't care. I completely lost freedom. Freedom of, waking up and carrying my bag and going, I want to go on a vacation. You can't do that with kids. You can't do that with your work. I lost freedom. And so I started yearning for a change. I wanted to be sure I understood what I wanted in life, because I have to work towards getting that. And that's who I am. So what did I do? I listed my why. I listed my why. I told myself, what exactly do you want? I need to be in control of my time. I don't want anybody controlling my time. I need to always have money, not just my salary. I need another source of income. I need extra cash coming in. I'm tired of reporting to someone who will say, no, doc, you cannot leave yet. We have work to do. I wanted to be better. Yes, I had a PhD, but I felt there was something that I needed to do to get more. And yes, I hated cars that would stop me on the road. No. So if it's not a brand new car, I ain't driving it. Forgive my French. With children coming in, school fees started becoming a challenge as well. How do you pay school fees? How do I go on the holidays I loved so much? How do I continue to get the sense of personal fulfillment I had as an independent woman before I started to grow up? How do I plan for my retirement? Because what I am seeing were called pension for people who are working in public services or private services. They are not enjoying their retirement. I want to enjoy my retirement. I already had so many health challenges. I just wanted it to be better. I wanted to continue to have fun. In my university days, I had the most fun. I'm talking about my first, second, third levels of the university. I had a lot of fun. I'm a fun-loving person. I wanted to continue having the fun. Oh, yes. And I loved recognition. Growing up as well, I had all the recognition because I was a stellar student and I didn't want it to stop. I loved the fame. I had a certain lifestyle I wanted to live. I didn't want to live a lifestyle of management. I already said that. I wanted it to change. I wanted to be debt-free. I was not going to be indebted. I just don't like that. Yes, it became a norm. Yes, I almost got used to it. But can't a girl just go on without owing anybody? I was tired of having to get up in the morning and dress and dash out. Oh, I have something to do. I mean, by the way, the reason I chose the lecturing job was because I felt as a lecturer, I will have a lot more time for myself. But by the time I got into the university, I got an admin role as a lecturer. I didn't get the time. So it became another struggle for me. I wanted to help others. I hate to see people suffer. And I want to be able to help as many people as possible. So this was another why. Oh, I've talked about travel. I love adventure. I love exploring. I love tasting other people's meals. I love looking at what other people, enjoying other people's culture and soaking it in. I love the sun. I love the anions. I love nature. And I did quite a bit of that as an independent woman. But when life happened, things started changing. And I love meeting people. I am attracted to intelligent people. I love to sense people, sound people out and hear the kind of things they like to say. Above all, I wanted to be a very successful person in anything I found myself, even in my career path at the time, which was the academic. I wanted to be very, very successful. But the big question was, how can I achieve all of this? Which platforms? Not one. I didn't even think it could be done in one. So I said, which platforms could help me? I've already started a career in the academics. I was already a lecturer. The next was for me to be a professor, right? I'm a doctor, enter professor. What next? Can that stream help me leave all of this? Can it? So I tried lecturing. I put in all. I put in all. One thing I can say is my students enjoyed me, because when I'm teaching, in fact, I don't lecture, I teach. I ensure you understand. But the salary was so poor. And because it wasn't consistent, I wasn't happy. And then a friend introduced me to buying and selling. And I thought that might be very interesting. So having lived in the UK for about 8 years, I thought to myself, you know what, let's buy from the UK, come into Nigeria and sell. Little did I know that that was the way I was going to lose all the money I've ever saved before getting married. I bought a lot of things, brought them in. Salary wasn't coming in. There was no discipline on how to separate business income from personal income. There were a lot of debtors paying you in peanuts. Someone will owe you 20,000. The person will give you 2,000 today, 2,000 tomorrow, and the 16,000 is history. So it was no success. I ended up losing almost all the money I had. I started thinking of other ways. Should I go get a better job for a better salary? If I got a job, I mean, I knew with my qualifications, with my CV, let me use the word, I could get better jobs apart from lecturing. I could get better paying jobs, by the way. But then that would be me letting go of so much more of the time I had. I'm trying to get more time. So why go get that kind of jobs? So I was stuck. But I continued to search. And then my friend here on the right, her name is Infant Connell, came to my house one day and shared with me a toothpaste. And that toothpaste took care of my dental issues. She came back and shared with me a bottle of calcium and a panty liner. That panty liner and combined with the calcium helped relieve my recurrent vaginal infections and the waist pain I was having. I couldn't believe it. I just told her whatever this product is an amazing product. And then she said, it's actually a business platform and with a fantastic business model. I told her I wasn't interested. And then about 7 months later, after I had been interacting with her, getting some products that were improving my health from this particular brand, I saw her in the US on a trip to the US. I just looked at her and I said, okay, I sent her a message. I saw that on Facebook. So I sent her a message on Facebook Messenger. What are you doing in the US? How did you get there? I know you can't afford it. You've never even had a US visa. What happened? What's changed? How did you hammer? And she said, it's that brand I was introducing you to. And by the way, it's a network marketing business, which is one of the reasons I said no to it, because I love the products, but I wasn't going to do network marketing because at the time I felt it was for professionals. But then I had a friend who was also looking at the network marketing business model and trying the other businesses. Her name is Zina. This is her to my on the left of my picture. So I called her up and I said, there's one of these business models that work, and it's the Longreach one. That's the company, by the way. I need you to speak to Inifon and go this route. I know this works. I have used their products. The products are amazing. What you're doing is fine. The company you're with is fine, but I think this is better. And she asked me, are you sure? I said, I am certain. I love the products. The products were good. And now I see someone that is getting a result from it. It's definitely a yes. And she called the name phone and they got started. I was still not interested. And then One day, my husband gets to hear, because my husband knows this is my husband, by the way. We're using the products in our house. My husband gets to hear that is an amazing, the products are fantastic. And then my husband tells me, gets to listen to them about the business gets to listen to Zina, who had signed up, who I introduced, and she has started the business. My husband gets to talk to Zina, and Zina says, explains the whole business model to him. And he calls me and he goes, this is amazing. We have to do it. I said, nope, this is not for me. I know I am looking for a platform to help me live my why, but I can tell you for certain that this long reach is not going to be the one. Is it not the same network marketing? Nothing is going to change. I am not doing this. He persisted and he forcefully signed me up that day. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the day my life changed. I'm going to tell you what I did, but before I do that, let me share with you how this platform helped me achieve almost every line item I listed on my why. We're going to start. Look at the why again. The journey began forcefully with long reach. Just take a closer look at this. Do you relate with this? Is this the kind of why that you are yearning for? Is this the kind of why you're yearning for? If it is the kind of why you're yearning for, then this follow me and go through. I didn't believe it at the time. So I understand if you don't, but indulge me. Let's go through this together. First is the extra cash. I just had to screenshot every line item so that we can take a look. I was very excited when my friends told me that on this platform, yeah, both of them were my friends. And that's the beautiful thing of having friends who are visionary. I was very excited when they told me that this company called Longreach can pay me on a weekly basis. Man, I'm coming from a monthly salary. Why wouldn't I jump on a weekly basis payment? So I was excited about it. But so here, if you look at this total net commission, if you're seeing it clearly on your screen, this was the very first 20 weeks in my business. I first earned about 7,000 naira, then 1,009, 2,000, and all. This was my first week in the business. I wasn't earning weekly, but then it grew and grew. So it wasn't steady at first. It's like, it was coming like once a month. Even at this point, it was once in 2 months and all of that. But I started small with this kind of weekly income. And then suddenly, my weekly income put together in a month surpassed my salary. And it became excess. I took this picture sometime in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Look at when I started and look at this. So my business officially started on the 30th of November, 2014. So this is captured in those durations. Now, this is my business 4 years later, because this was taken in 2019 or 5 years later. This is my business 5 years later, and my salary was surpassed even in most of the weekly income I got. So I wasn't getting extra cash anymore. I suddenly started getting my monthly salary in a week. It was no longer extra cash. So that part, as you can see with me, was fulfilled. Next, the better health and wealth. I started to use the Longreach products. And from using the Longreach products, my health was better. I told you I had dental challenges. One, that when I was living in the UK, I used to see a dentist twice a month. The dentist will scrape in between my gums and my tooth to remove the tartar that was causing bad breath and causing bleeding gums. When I got back to Nigeria, I booked an appointment and I was also seeing a dentist, spending a lot of money in a month just so that I can get rid of the tartar. But having used the Longreach toothpaste, voila, I stopped my dental appointments. The bleeding gum stopped. The excess inflammation, I used to have the gum inflammation almost every other week. The gum inflammation stopped just from the Longreach products. I used to have a very bad, you can see my face. I'm pretty sure my face is clear. Maybe you'll see at the end of this. I used to have a lot of pimples, acne, I had a lot of oily face. When I used the white powder then, People will think I'm applying Nixodem. If you tell people that knew what Nixodem was at the time, the oil mixes with the powder and cakes on my face. But I used the bamboo soap and the oily face started reducing to the point that when I was pregnant for my second daughter, which is very impossible, knowing my face, not for one day did I have a breakout on my face. I was diagnosed with sleep disc. I had severe waist pains. I had a physiotherapist coming to see me every 3 times a week. 3 times a week, I had a physiotherapist coming to see me. In fact, one of the days, Infant came to my house to give me toothpaste. She saw the physiotherapist, which is why she gave me the pantsliner and the calcium. I stopped my physiotherapist appointment. I have not had any reason to visit a physiotherapist or to visit the hospital for the sleep disc since 2014 or 2015. I used to be constantly tired. And to prove that, when I'm going to work in the morning before I leave, I do my coffee and I mix it with tea. I needed the caffeine boosts from both products, right? And then every day I had my Coke for that extra energy. But since I started drinking water from the Longreach cup, somehow I get excess energy from the product. The energy pot, the energy cup, the energy shoes. I used to have bad migraines. If you've ever had migraines, you realize that it starts here and somehow it's pulling your eyes. When I was younger, in secondary school, in university, we tie something on the face, close our eyes, lie down, take all the painkillers. Migraines can be mad. Somehow, migraines all of a sudden just stopped happening to me. I don't know what product stopped it, but I just know that ever since I started using these Longreach products, I don't even know what migraines sounds like. I do have occasional headaches now and again when I don't sleep well, but it never degenerates to migraines. I used to have a lot of vaginal infections. I had all antifungal creams, antibiotics. I had it all. My health was never perfect. But today I can boast that I can stand up. I am healthy. I don't remember the last time I was ill. Malaria, typhoid, mention it. So apart from the fact that I was healthy, I saved a lot of money from dentists, from physiotherapists, from importation of skincare products when I used to have that whole facial issues and I had stretch marks. So I was buying different kinds of bio oil, different kinds of facial scrubs. My antiperspirant, I sweat a lot. My antiperspirant was coming from abroad. I was importing almost all my products. Do I get paid for them? Absolutely not. But I needed that to live healthy. But with Longreach products, right here in Nigeria, I continued living healthier. With this partnership I have with Longreach, I am 100% in control of my time. 100%. Nobody controls my time. Nobody tells me where to go. I am my own boss. I work for myself. I create systems and structures for my team, which is my organization. I decide what I want to get paid and I work towards it. With the system I have, I work from home while also performing the duties I am to perform as a wife, as a mother. My kids see me anytime. And this has always been my dream. It may not be your why, but I'm sharing with you my why and how the Longreach platform helped me. Helped me to the point that while I was working as a lecturer and I had to be leaving my house, driving 70 minutes to work and 70 minutes back. That was how far I used to drive to work at the time. I wasn't earning as much as when I am in my home and waking up whenever I want to, helping my children with their homework, preparing the meals, having a conversation with them, and just living the natural, traditional life I wanted to live with my family. And I thought it will affect my career because of my passion of educating people. That never happened. I always wanted a new car. I already said it. And I remember when I got married to my husband, we got married in 2011 and he bought me a brand new car that year. And I told him that because I hate cars that spoil, I have done my research and I know that within 4 years, a car can go bad. And so after 4 years, I need another brand new car. The guy did not understand what I was talking about. Now, this is a man who used his, who mortgaged, no, what do you call it? Who took a loan on his salary to buy me a brand new car. And I'm already telling him that he has to buy me another car in 4 years. Ungrateful, right? So when this conversation was happening in my dining room in November 2014, my husband knew that my craving for a car was going to happen in November 2015, because that was going to be 4 years after he bought me my car. So what did my husband do? My husband said, you are starting this business. Your friend got her car in 1 year. Go and do it and get your car. I do not want to hear. Do you know that it was this week it dawned on me that my husband was one of the smartest, did a very smart thing. He started me up on the Long Beach platform with 100,000 naira. And 12 months after, I got a car worth 5.2 million naira from the Long Beach platform. Isn't that amazing? So this was me after, when I qualified for the car, 2015 car fund. This was a brand new car when it was delivered to my house in 2016. Sometime in May, after I had my daughter in January 2016. By May 2016, I had come back from home. I went for Mugo, I'd come back and my car got delivered. And this was me when I received the car and when I was just driving the car a couple of years later. I think a year later after I lost the weight. So you can see the difference here. But that was in 2015. I continued the business. This platform allows me to get a brand new car every year, right? So in 2017, I got another car, qualified for another car fund rather. In Long Beach, they don't necessarily give you the car. They give you the money to buy your car. So in 2017, I had the chance to buy another car, but I didn't need another car because my car was still relatively new. So I took the money. In 2018 again, because the car fund usually runs from 1 year to the following year, 12 months duration. The 2018 car fund, I qualified for it by early 2019. 6 million naira. Again, I didn't need the car, so I collected the money and invested it. By 2020, I qualified for 15 million naira car the promo started in 2019 and ended in 2020. So altogether, almost every single year, I've been qualifying for a car. This is another year. 2020 car fund will be finishing by 2021 July. I am looking forward to another car fund qualification. So I have the opportunity to change my car every year. Now, remember, I got my car in 2016. I was supposed to get that car replaced in 2020 because I said I have a policy of 4 years. But being in this platform opened my eyes to other investments. Guess what? I did not change my car. But good enough, the car isn't giving me a problem. However, because I am so prepared, the first day I have any issues from my car, I am going to buy a brand new car. This is the life I had wanted to live, and I got on the platform. Oh, I love trips. Now, I've qualified for so many trips on this platform. To South Africa, to USA, to China, to Tanzania, to Dubai, China again, Malaysia, Greece, China again, China. So the Long Beach runs a China trip promo every year. Now, why did I qualify for all of this? I love vacations. And for most of them, I went on the vacations. Now, this is another reason I love the Long Beach vacation in particular, the Long Beach all expenses paid in particular. Visa is well catered for. Long Beach handles your visa. They fund your visa, and they even arrange sometimes an appointment as a group for us to go get our visas. And it's usually a first-class treatment. Long Beach puts us on the best flights on all these trips. And if for any reason they cannot get us on the best flight, Long Beach will pay us, will kind of compensate us with money to shop on the trip. Long Beach puts us in the best hotels, 5-star, 7-star hotels. Long Beach takes care of our feeding from the day we arrive till the day we return. You do not spend a kobo on feeding. Long Beach ensures that they just don't take you to a country and leave you. They take you to a country and make sure you see the best sights and sounds of those countries. So they pay for the tours. We've been to almost every place that even residents of those countries haven't been to when we go to the country. When we went to South Africa, we went to Cape Town, went to Pretoria, we went to Joburg. When we went to, where else can I remember now? When we went to China, we always go to 3 cities, Yiwu, Shanghai, and Suzhou, where we are. And in one of those years, we actually went to Beijing. So when language takes you on a trip. Now, for some of these trips, we couldn't go because of the COVID-19. Guess what? We got the cash equivalent. Now, for almost all the trips you've seen here, for every single slot, you get 1 million naira. Now, I didn't, most of the trips here, you see, I have double slots. Sometimes I even have 3 slots. Sometimes I have 4 slots. And guess what? I just probably use 1 to go. If I'm feeling very good, I can give 1 or 2 to a team member or 2 team members, and I can take the cash for the rest. It is a fantastic opportunity. I love the trips for so many reasons. We have the best of meals. We are interacting. You get to meet other partners from it's always like a company retreat. Partners from different part of the world, different countries, you know, within Nigeria, different states. You get to have fun. This was us at the desert safari in Dubai. This was in Dubai, I think. This is Dubai. This was in China. We went to Walt Disney in China. This was in South Africa. I think this was when we were in Cape Town. So we had a lot of fun. Every trip is not just a trip. It's fun and fun and fun, right? And then helping others. Another thing that was my major why. I always have this quote, and this quote scares me to death. It says, the only rich man in the middle of 9 poor men is the 10th poor man in waiting. I don't want to be that person, but I want to help people. So how do I help people without ending up being poor? That's why I love the Longbridge platform, because it provides me an opportunity to empower people, show them how to earn on this platform, and they can make their money and become independent. They can earn weekly income, not just them, but even their dependents, my dependents, everyone I come across. As long as I come across you and you say yes to this opportunity, I work with you to ensure you start earning and you can share a story like I'm sharing today. So in my team of over 23,000 people, we earn every week. Trips and car qualifiers, as you can see here, these are all my team members and I celebrating every trip or every car, the ones I could lay hold on the picture for. So it's not about me. No, it's about the number of people in my team that can be helped or that can join us. You know, here, what we have is an inverted cone. We all start from here and we all grow because the world is big. The world is an oyster. There's so many opportunities. So a lot of people who are willing to grow, and good income. What I do is just show them the way. And for them to earn, because they are earning, Longbridge pays me for ensuring that they earn. We work as a group. I hated the debt-free life. I was always owing. Sometime in 2018, I went from a debtor to a creditor. I can't remember the last time I owed anybody any income. I went fully from a debtor to a creditor. I was owing nobody anymore. I now live a healthy and a wealthy lifestyle thanks to Longbridge. I choose when I want to buy what I want to buy. I don't check my bank account balance. I don't do, that is what I've always liked. Like I said, I hated the life of management. And while doing this business, I'm having fun with family, fun with friends, business partners. I mean, there's no limitation. Our business is a business of fun. And this is what we do. We have fun on our trips, on gatherings. I am now a public figure being recognized on global stages with others. I became a 1-star director with on my platform last year, and it's even made me more of a celebrity. People see me on the streets. I don't know them. Hi, Dr. Idy. Hi, Dr. Idy. Sometimes it really, really makes me shy. But can you imagine how amazing that is to you? I get a family member every day. This platform exposes me to hundreds of thousands of people. When I interact with them, I'm able to find people that I have a lot in common with. I have built a massive network base from this platform, including high network individuals. My team members are turning into celebrities too. I remember the first time one of my team members was celebrated on a Long Beach stage. We're having a Long Beach event. She was called up to be given a medal for achieving something. She was like, "Doctor, I can't believe this. I have never been called on any stage in my life." And it was just a diamond for a rank, just one of the ranks. And as you grow, you find more recognition, you meet more people. School fees was a major challenge. We were paying school fees on installments. We were thinking, how do we manage the pension with our limited salary? My husband has a fantastic job, by the way. But then my salary was crazy. It was really poor. So we were 100% dependent on his salary. When he was single, earning well, it wasn't a problem. But as soon as he got these responsibilities I got as well, marriage and family started growing. Financial responsibilities became a problem. He couldn't save anymore. He couldn't live his dream lifestyle. School fees was now something that I felt really terrible for him. But on this platform, my children earn enough to pay their school fees from their bank accounts and also save for their future. Longreach pays my children directly for my efforts. Yes, it's doable. We call it the family package. Now, because we now have these multiple streams of income from the Longreach platform, we are able to apportion for their fees. We are able to start making other investments into other streams of income so that we do not pass down inherited errors to our children and plan for retirement. All our relatives, we're trying to make sure that they are financially stable so that my children will not have an uncle when I'm no longer there that they have to feed or that they have to pay the hospital bills for. All family members are being empowered on the Longreach platform. My children are millionaires, thank courtesy of this platform. I am a millionaire, courtesy of this platform. This is my son, qualified for so many trips, it's just a few, has even qualified for a car, courtesy of Longreach. He is 8 years old, he knows nothing about this business, except that he likes the products and he knows the ones he likes and he talks about them, doesn't allow me to hear word. But he doesn't talk to anybody about the business. I do the work and my children get paid. Self-development, personal fulfillment, success. Now, this is a work in progress, but I can tell you how far I've come. When I got my PhD, after my PhD viva, I told myself, enough is enough. No more studying, no more reading, I'm done. But guess what? When I saw the potentials on this platform, my horizon broadened and I started reading and I started becoming a better person. I started acquiring more skills. I started getting better in everything I was doing. Even when I was the head of a unit in the university, I couldn't lead people. I learned the leadership skills on this platform. I was able to understand diversification, how to go from one source to another source. I was able to impact lives. There is nothing as sweet as waking up every morning to the thank you messages. Thank you, doc. Thank you. Thank you. I see it every day. That is the fulfillment I want. These people are thanking me because I opened their eyes and I showed them a platform. It is not making me poor. I'm even getting richer for helping them get rich. I feel like my why, my purpose is fulfilled. This platform allows me to dream more, achieve them, continue to dream, continue to achieve. I am no longer limited to the four walls of what my salary could give me because I know that there's so much more in life. I am sitting and interacting with people who are earning millions and billions, and I'm now walking in their shoes and trying to be like them. So my journey so far, I have checked all the boxes of my why on this platform. A new car, school fees, extra cash, self-development, I'm debt-free, I'm living the lifestyle of my dreams. I go on holiday with my family and myself whenever I want to. I am my own boss. I work from home. I have a better health. I have plans for my pension. I'm not going to be dependent on anybody. My children will not have to feed me or pay my rent or anything. They will not have to. I'm having fun. I'm traveling the world. I am getting that sense of fulfillment every single day I wake up. I am in control of my time, and I am striving towards success. I am a success, as it were, but I'm still striving towards more success. I have more new whys. What's next? From long reach, I have been able to solve the immediate problems, but I want to do more. And I know that there are four wells of five roots of passive income: money you make while sleeping, intellectual property. I know I could create a lot of intellectual properties that will earn me income till I die. And one of that, but for me to be able to invest in any of these, I needed millions of naira. I'm talking about millions upon millions of naira. But with the language platform, I'm able to do all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. It's my new why. I'm seeing the possibility. I haven't achieved it yet, but I can tell you, I have already set the ball rolling for every single one of them. And in no distant time, I would also be celebrating that. And that's why I say that it's a journey so far. And I can tell you that because of this journey, I may achieve this, and then I go to the next, and to the next, and to the next. So now I'm sure you'll be asking me, but how did you achieve all of these in 6.5 years? Because there are a lot of people who want to achieve the same, but they are unable to. In 30 years, I can tell you something. If I remained a lecturer, I will not have achieved half as much as I achieved. Yes, I was lecturing and doing my language business part-time for the first 2 years. After that, I resigned from lecturing and focused on my language business full-time because I wanted to have time for my children, which is why I chose the lecturing part in the first place. And so when I got a job when I got a business model that helped me work from home, I resigned from the job. Do I miss lecturing? Obviously, I miss lecturing biotechnology. But here in Long Beach, I teach every day, and I do not miss it one bit. I'm always excited because my passion is in teaching. I'm always excited when I have the opportunity to teach someone. So, how did I do it? What did I do? First, since I was thrown in, my husband forced me in, I decided that I wasn't going to drown, but to swim. And so I needed to find a way to make this work, even when I was certain that this wasn't going to work for me. But I'm already down deep in the river. So guess what? You have to swim. You have to do the first thing you need to do and get your car in 1 year. So I started with research. This is an industry a lot of people hated so much. People don't want to hear about it. So why do people hate this business model? Why do people hate this industry called network marketing? I had to research. I have a research background. I love to research. I'm very inquisitive. And then I needed to find out, who is this company that they're even asking me to partner with? Who is this company? What is making them different? What are the products? Why are these products so unique? I needed to understand how the reward system works. When I did my research, I got all my answers. Guess what? I created basic tools and processes, things that will make subsequent people coming into this business model to understand the business model and to run with the business model. Once I created those tools and processes, I embarked on an awareness campaign to share my discoveries. The idea was I found out that this business model was fantastic, but it wasn't portrayed the way it's supposed to be. So I embarked on an awareness campaign to change that narrative because a lot of people need to experience this business model. I started collaborating with amazing people, brains, fantastic people. We shared ideas, we brainstormed, and we were working on our why together. And that is why we're here today. So I will share with you my findings right now. What were the things I discovered? Why do people hate this business model and industry? Number one, I found out that we do not have enough information explaining this business model. You go to Google or so many other business schools, nobody tells you a lot about the network marketing industry, the business model of network marketing. You don't know a lot about it. So I had to do a lot of self-learning to discover this model and understand what is it about this model. When I found them out, I created documents to explain how it works. Another reason people hated this model was because of how it was poorly presented. People presented the network marketing sector as a get-rich-quick scheme. They presented it as a struggling system. They presented it as something that was not for everyone, it was for the illiterates. The expected results were skewed. People didn't know, I mean, it wasn't, the presentation about the entire model was really wrong. And then most of the companies that adopted this business model, most of the companies that adopted the network marketing system for their product or service distribution were not sustainable in this country and in Africa and even globally. A lot of them were Ponzi's, pretending to be using the system. And even the right companies were not able to stay or to survive through the turbulence that associates businesses or that follow businesses. Again, sometimes for this business model, the companies that adopt these business models have either limited or poor products and services offered. And because of that, exposure wasn't enough. Interest was poor. And then they always came with a lot of slave-driving terms, compulsions, targets, pressures. These were things that made people abhor the industry. Because it's a business industry where the model involves you running the business on your own terms and you providing a certain service and being rewarded for your service, you had the labor and the duty to create the systems and processes. Now, it would take someone who has gone through a corporate system, through a professional system, to be able to create systems and processes that can be duplicated and transferred down the line like you have multinationals do. Now, the people who were in the network marketing system at the time had no idea how to create systems and processes. No one was doing comparative analysis to tell us why this business model was better than other business models in the environment. So we didn't understand. In fact, the business model was just vague and so much more. So what did we do differently? I started to understand that I realized that this is an amazing business case. Longreach had eliminated most of these problems. Sustainability wasn't going to be a problem with Longreach. The products they offered were fantastic. I was already using them. They had eliminated the compulsions, the targets, the pressures. Creating systems and processes was way up my alley. So I decided to sit down and do that for my team. And a lot of leaders are doing that within the Longreach business. We also started doing comparative analysis in our presentations. We were not just saying, oh, come in and join and make money. No, we show you the business model and how it works. So who is Longreach? The second question I asked. I found out that Longreach is a 35-year-old company, manufacturing company, by the way, with a state-of-the-art manufacturing plant operating using the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Longreach has several patents, several original equipment manufacturing clients. Longreach has diverse business models except from the network, apart from the network marketing. And Longreach has research and development centers that they partner with. So they are constantly updating themselves. These are a few of our OEM clients, people we manufacture for. I guess you're going to have to add to this list the P&G that we're going to start manufacturing for in Nigeria and some other companies we are yet to disclose that we will be manufacturing for. Longreach is a contract manufacturing company. We manufacture for other people and using the same facilities we manufacture for ourselves. This is the brain behind this guy, the company. Now, what attracted me more was when I read his curriculum vitae. Please, you will understand that this man has great vision for this company. And on one of my several trips to China, for every trip we go, he shares with us a 5-year vision, a 10-year vision. You know that this company has many plans in terms of research, in terms of products, in terms of impacting lives, in terms of philanthropy, in terms of partnership. They have dreams. The Longreach factory that we're currently building in Nigeria was a vision that was had over 7 years ago, and it's coming to pass. This is just some pictures of the internals of the factory in China. These are some of the research centers. We have one in New York, we have one in Japan, we have another one in France, and we have 5 of them in China that we're currently partnering with. Now, this is the factory that is under construction in the Lekki Free Trade Zone in Nigeria. Now, there's something I want to tell us. Yesterday, the governor of Lagos State toured the Lekki Free Trade Zone, and he got into our factory, and he saw the progress. We've already announced one of our partnerships with P&G, and we're going to be announcing several more partnerships with this company. Longreach has several products grouped into different categories. Time will not permit me to share these products with you, but what I can tell you that is what stands this product out. I've always wanted to understand the nature of traditional medicine and why it's become a source of intuition for people in the pharmaceuticals. And when I found out that Longreach was doing that, they were living my dreams. My dream is actually to build a research center in Nigeria focusing on our herbs and plants. Guess what? Longreach is already doing that. With their partnership on the 8th Research Center, they have 2 or 3 of those research centers focused exclusively on traditional Chinese medicine, which is gradually becoming obsolete. So they don't want it to go without finding out what it is in them. And when they find it out, they use modern technology to sustain it so that it doesn't go. Longreach is gradually taking us back to nature by replacing the chemical and synthetic components in everyday products with natural alternatives. I am telling you, Longreach has products that you use from in every part of your home, from your bathroom to your dresser, to your kitchen, to your dining table, even to your car. And another thing that makes Longreach different is they don't just manufacture products. Why then do they have a research center? They think about the problems that are currently hounding us on the products we use every day. And they take their time to do a research and say, how do we produce products that will take care of these problems so that people don't have to be dependent on medications? They produce toothpaste that can take care of dental issues without you having to continuously take painkillers like I used to. 4 years of research into sanitary napkin to give us the best sanitary napkin that has stopped me from ever buying any antifungal cream. The sanitary panty liners and the pads that has also stopped my recurrent ovulation pains and the boils I usually have towards the 3rd day of my period. About 8 years into producing an energy pot, a patented energy pot that harmonizes natural energy in food. So when you eat, you're not eating chaff, you're eating the real food. I can go on and on, but time will not permit me. The next question, how does it really work? I needed to get a basic understanding of the reward system. What exactly is Longreach supposed to be paying us for? What are the different ways to get rewarded? What do I have to do to get rewarded each way? When and how do I get rewarded for each of these different ways? How do I even get started? And how do I build a business? I made sure I created a document that contains all of this to answer these questions so that every new partner, every intending partner understands it, knows what they're going into, and knows the level of work involved, and they get involved. This is also what a lot of the leaders in the Longreach team we are doing currently. So what is Longreach paying us for? Let's go through those questions, one of each in each of them, and we'll round up. Longreach pays us for connecting consumers to products, to the Longreach products directly and indirectly. So there's a process. Longreach is a manufacturing company. So they manufacture the Longreach products. After research, they move the products to their warehouse in the different countries. Your job, Longreach is not working with any franchising company. Longreach is not outsourcing. There are no middlemen. Your job is to be the middleman to make sure that Longreach products leave the Longreach warehouse to a consumer through the chain of distribution created within Longreach. That's the process. So you're not stocking the products. You are simply advertising, introducing the products to people, and ensuring the products are bought by those people. And I can tell you something, because the products are good, these people who you refer directly, will tell somebody else, and Longreach will pay you for the indirect referrals, and they will buy again, and Longreach will still pay you for the repeat purchase. That's the process. There are three major ways Longreach rewards us. The first is the active income. Active income, by active income, I mean when you directly distribute to customers. You do not stock the products. You only connect the connecting person. We are in a connective economy. You connect the consumer to Longreach directly. The person buys from Longreach, and Longreach pays you a percentage of the purchase of that person. So if there's no connection, there's no pay. The second one is the passive income stream. Excuse me, let me just take a sip of water. The second is the passive income stream. Here, this is when that person you connected initially loves the products and decides, I want to buy again. I want to buy again. I love it. For buying again, Longreach still pays you a percentage of their purchase. So you have established a connection that pays you for life. Whenever they get to buy Longreach product again, at any point in time, you get to earn a percentage. The third is the leveraged income. Now, this is when those your direct connections now also establish their own direct connections. These are indirect connections of yours. So imagine that you have 3 direct or 5 direct connections. Longreach pays you whenever they buy. And those, your 5 direct connections, have 20 direct connections each. You get paid for the 5 and the 100. That's 20 by 5. Isn't that amazing? With the leveraged income, Longreach has given us 13 major ways to earn on leverage. Excuse me. What that means is that if you look at this, passive income, active income, 3 major income streams. Passive income, 3 major income streams. Leverage income, you have 13 major ways of benefiting from it. Fantastic. Now, apart from these 3 major income streams, I hope you've established here that if there's no direct connection, there will be no active income. And if there's no active income, there'll be no passive income and there'll be no leveraged income. So you must connect people. But I know a lot of people make this connection sound so difficult and so tough. Referrals. No. You are simply turning to your right and talking to your sister to buy Longreach products, turning to your left and talking to your church or mosque partner to buy Longreach products. You're turning to your front and talking to your colleague at work to buy Longreach products. You're turning to your back and talking to your alumni to buy Longreach products, alumni members. You simply deliberately connect them to Longreach products, ensuring that they have that connection and you get to be rewarded for it. So many other ways Longreach rewards us: for when we sponsor people, when we build earners, when we achieve certain sales targets. So for achieving some sales targets that Longreach will set, you can get cars, you can get trips that I explained earlier. Longreach rewards you for growing in rank. We have a progression system. Longreach can get your family paid, your dependents paid. I'm telling you that there's so many ways. You simply need to understand. Sorry, I'm doing a summary, but when you get to partner with us, you will understand the basis. Now, what do I have to do to get rewarded? First, you have to buy and use the products. And as I've already explained, you've got to connect product users to the company. You have to connect consumers to the company. You've got to be the middleman. You have to create or you leverage on our existing systems that we've created. Like I said, I already created some. Other leaders that you're going to be joining their team have created. Leverage on it. How do we push? What are the things I need to do to build a team of people that we work together, a team of like-minded people that we do this together, just like you will do in your office. You work as a team in your office. How are you doing it? That is what you're going to duplicate here. You need to stay focused and consistent. I didn't achieve everything I shared with you in my first, second, or third year. As a matter of fact, most of my results started coming in the third year. So I looked at my first 2 years as my sowing year, the year of building the business. Like any other business, you must invest some time to build. But because of the systems we have created, one thing I can guarantee you is that you don't even need to build for 2 years, because you only need to use our systems. And before you know it, in 3 to 6 months, you've kickstarted your business. Be creative. Longreach gave me the opportunity to be creative. Build a formidable team. These are the kind of things you can get rewarded in all the ways mentioned. Show up every single day. It's a business, guys. If you've ever run a business, you will know that you need to show up to understand the business and make the business a lifestyle. When and how do I get rewarded? Longreach pays weekly into your bank account, so nobody tells you to go anywhere to collect your money. Your rank advancement incentive points, you can cash it out whenever you want it. We have the annual car fund promos that you can also cash in on. We have the all expenses paid trip 2 to 3 times a year you can cash in on, and so much more. So how do you get started? We're wrapping up now. I want us to understand that the Longreach business has a currency, and it's called purchase value, PV. One PV is approximately 750 Naira. I'll have to work out the UK and the USA cash equivalent. So we have the membership packages. Just like you want to start a gym membership or you want to start a membership in any other club, you will need to pick a package, and the rewards are based on those packages. In this business, we have the membership packages as well. Our packages are determined by the PVs. The VIP package entitles you to buy once and earn for life. And that's what I love about this business. So if you're starting this business as a platinum VIP with 1680 PV, I guarantee you that you don't need to buy again. You will earn for life as long as you do the business. You refer people, you do the connection. However, if you start with any of the lower entry levels, you can gradually grow to the VIP by buying the difference in the purchase values or in the amount stated. But once you get to the VIP entry level, you have become a bona fide member and you earn without having to buy again. No compulsory purchases, nothing at all. Now, there's something I also want us to understand. Every product has a PV attached to it, and that is why our currency is PV, right? So if I buy a toothpaste, is 3.5 PV. If I buy 10 toothpaste, that's 35 PV. That's how you calculate your PVs, and that is why we have estimated amounts, because some PVs are lower for products, some PVs are higher for products. Now, the other thing about the VIPs is that all VIPs will share in what we call 1% of the Longreach global sales, but relative to your personal income, right? So every VIP member shares at the end of the month cycle. In our case, Longreach takes out 1% of all the sales they have done globally. Longreach is in over 100 countries right now doing business, doing this particular business model, not the other businesses that they do. This business model of independent distributorship, right? Longreach is in all those countries. Now, 1% of the product value, the sales, 1% of the sales will be shared amongst every VIP member relative to how much you have earned, which also determines how much you have contributed to the general sales. It's an amazing income stream, something you do not understand. Finally, how do you build a business? You just share the business opportunity and products. You simply need to do the connection. Start by connecting to people. Introduce the products and the business to as many people as possible. That's my opinion. Ideally, Longreach says introduce to 3 people and teach them how to also introduce to another 3. But I don't do this. I keep talking to as many people as possible. I know my placement structure limits me to 3 people, but I talk to as many people as possible and I place under the 3 people so that everybody earns. How many people do you know in your connection? How many of them will buy Longreach products? How many of them can earn? This is also how we place for our children to earn on the platform. So first, do the connection. Then second, settle in and study this 3x3 table that we have introduced to you that shows you how you and your team can duplicate and how much you can earn. So I did these projections to be able to show you the earning potentials and I have done it for every entry level. This is for the least entry level, the 60 PV, and we have one for the 1680. In fact, a summary here shows you the projection. Whoever introduced you to this meeting will explain it to you. Because of time, I will not be able to explain these tables. But what I'm showing you here is that, can you imagine a possibility of starting a business where you earn maybe $9.60 or $403 in a month and growing it to a point where you can earn as much as $60 or $60,000 or $180,000 every single month. Now, this is the projection. We have shown you in the 3x3 tables how you can achieve this. So meet the person who introduced you to this meeting and tell the person to show you how you can achieve this earning. Yes, it is possible. People are earning this much on this platform every month, and that can be you too. In summary, this is the same table in Naira, by the way. But in summary, what I want to tell you today from my story, I believe you have seen that the Long Reach business model provides a myriad of reward streams built on leverage, so much of them. With this business model, you can achieve all your why, in bracket your goals, and help others achieve the same. With this system, everybody wins. This system can save us time, money, efforts. I have shortened what I would have achieved in 30 years, and I've achieved it in 6 years. Now I'm looking forward to more. I never dreamt of getting into real estate. Who dash monkey banana? Sorry for my pigeon. I never dreamt of getting into real estate. I never dreamt, where would I have had the money to get into other businesses? Automated property, automated business, intellectual property was not in the plan. But being on a global stage affords me the opportunity to create intellectual properties that can get me globally, earning global income. Currently, I'm earning income from other countries, by the way, because the Long Beach business is a global business. Do not overthink this business. Reach out to the person who invited you, showed you this video, and get started immediately. Do not waste time. The beautiful thing about our platform is that you learn as you earn. So don't go overthinking this. As I've explained to you the basic process, it is that simple. Buy the products, use the products, connect consumers to the products, and enjoy your money. Team building, we teach you how to do it. It's not a big deal. So go back to whoever invited you here and get started. There's a lot in the offing that I couldn't even talk about today. So much. But here, I just want to say thank you very much for listening. Thank you for paying attention. And I will start taking questions if you have any. I believe you all got value. If you did, please let me know. Did we all get value? Let me look at the comments. Oh, this is so amazing. Okay, so there's too much comments right now. I can't really see all of them, but I'm just going to search out for the questions. Okay. Sometimes says, please, I want the earning part. I was knocked out by the network. Please go back to your group if you're a registered member, or tell the person that introduced you here to share the earning part with you. Elizabeth says, yes, Doc, you're right. That was me when I was called to the stage back then to be celebrated as a Diamond 3. Honestly, Long Beach is a complete total transformation platform. I'll quickly tell you that Elizabeth occurred in almost every flyer I have shared. She is now a Diamond 7. And with this platform, she's been able to set up her family in ways a lot of people do not understand. Fidelis says the Long Beach platform is truly rewarding. It's amazing. Thank you for the comments. Ronke says, if they are willing to buy, not yet ready to partner, will you get any income from that? Well, you will earn profits. But if you want to earn income from it, you will get them a code, because Long Beach only pays you on codes connected to you. So if you get them a Long Beach membership code, even as a preferred customer, then Long Beach will see the purchase and pay you on it. Okay. Galaxy Tab says, awesome presentation, Dr. Idy, you're amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ihoma. Ihoma is asking for the recording. The videos are actually on our Facebook page, the Dynasty Group. So you can watch it there as well, the Dynasty Group. Just go to Facebook, search for the Dynasty Group, the Dynasty Hub, HUB. Go to Facebook, search for the Dynasty Hub, and you will see the video. You can get it from there. Thank you so much. I feel like registering again, Delia says. Diadem of Beauty says, will it be possible to get this presentation in video? I will also upload it to a YouTube page, so you can actually forward the YouTube to people as well, if that works for you. Okay, you're welcome. I wish I can get the video. You'll get it on the YouTube page. Grace says amazing. Eterida says amazing. Rotimi says, God bless you for sharing your journey. Uju says it's always captivating. So I'm seeing all of your 111s and your comments. I can't read it all. I appreciate. Thank you so, so much. I'm just scanning through to see if there are any questions because we've already exceeded. We're supposed to do an hour, but we've just done an hour, 15 minutes. You will get the recording, I promise you. On the you get a YouTube link, and it's also on our Facebook. I'll try my best to get you the Zoom recording link if possible, okay? But if I can't get you the Zoom recording link, I'll get you on video. So let me see. We're also streaming on Facebook. So let me see what our Facebook group people say. Okay, so I say thank you, Toyin, thank you, Marvel. Benny says, I really want to know more about how to build an active team. That's my challenge. You will need to follow, well, Benny, to build an active team, reach out to your team leader. There are resources you will have to go through, read some books, and it will give you an idea. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Facebook name, Henrietta is asking, the Dynasty Hub. The Facebook name is the Dynasty Hub, okay? So I'm going to type that here on Zoom so that you can find that. So it's the Dynasty Hub. Search for it and you can get it. So it appears there's no question. I believe you all got value then. And if you do have a question after this, or if you watch this video and it's a replay you're watching, please contact the person that shared this video with you if you have questions, and the person will be able to take all your questions. I believe you connected to my story. If your why may not be the same as mine, but one thing is certain, out of all I shared, I can guarantee that at least 10% of that will be something you really want to have. If one platform can help me achieve all my why, I can tell you that this platform can help you achieve all your why. First, take your time and write down what you want in life. And then second, build your business unapologetically. Show up as if it is a business you've been employed to work in. And you will see how your life and the lives of every single person around you can transform. I remember my husband had challenges, health challenges as well. This platform took care. His own was very terrible ulcer, lactose intolerance. I mean, my husband was always very skinny. But guess what? With the Long Beach products, he became healthier. If you could remember the picture I shared of him, very chubby face, all thanks to the Long Beach products. And he has peace of mind because now the financial responsibility is lifted off his shoulder. So he gets back to being in control of his finances. He still does what he has to do as a responsible husband and father. But we have so many streams of income that he's not obliged to. And that is the beauty. So if you are a woman here, support your husband. Be that value-added wife. If you're not yet married, do not get married and become a liability. With this platform, you can start a journey that will stop you from being a liability, but be the helpmeet, be the supportive wife, be that rib to your husband. With this, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. I want to also believe that I have managed to convince you and not confuse you that Long Beach is a fantastic platform for you. Thank you so much, everybody. I see your comments. I see you all. Thank you. Do have a fantastic night. Share and share and share the video. If you know you want someone to watch this video, share the video. Do take care, everybody. I love you all and have a good night. Long Beach is an amazing, amazing. I know some people will say, but you don't know us. How do you love us? The Bible teaches, I'm a Christian, the Bible teaches us to love. Love your neighbor as yourself. I love you, and that is why I'm sharing this with you, because I know that together with this platform, we can make this world a better place. For every Long Beach member who is struggling or who seems stuck, do what I did. Show up every day, contribute your quota, create systems, and you will find out that you too will be a success. Thank you so much, everybody, and have an amazing night.